Picture moving into a new apartment, and the rent feels totally reasonable. Then the bills start arriving. One for water, one for electricity, one for gas, one for trash, and a strange little fee every time you run the air conditioning. None of them is huge on its own, but nobody handed you a single total, so you keep getting surprised. Worst of all, there is a meter on the outgoing pipe, charging you for every drop of water that leaves the building. By the end of the month, the rent was the small part, and all those quiet little meters were the real story. That tangle of separate meters is exactly how cloud pay-per-use pricing bills you. Traditional servers had one clear cost. You bought the box. Cloud pricing replaces that with pay-per-use metering across many independent dimensions, each billed in its own unit. Compute is billed by time, storage by volume over time, requests by count, and data movement by gigabyte. Because the meters are separate and some are easy to overlook, teams routinely get a bill several times larger than the servers alone would suggest, and they cannot tell why. Pay-per-use means AWS charges for the exact resources you consume, measured continuously, with no upfront purchase. The upside is you pay nothing for capacity you do not use, and you can turn anything off instantly. The catch is that you must understand each meter, because cost is the sum of all of them, and the cheapest looking option on one meter can be expensive on another. The biggest hidden meter is data transfer, especially egress, the data leaving AWS to the public internet. EC2 compute bills per second the instance runs, at a rate set by the instance type, so a stopped instance costs nothing for compute, but a running idle one still bills. EBS block storage bills by the gigabyte provisioned per month whether or not the disk is full, since you reserve the capacity. S3 bills by the gigabyte actually stored per month, plus a small fee per 1,000 requests, and lower cost classes like Glacier trade retrieval speed for cheaper storage. Data transfer in from the internet is generally free, but data transfer out to the internet is charged per gigabyte, and that egress is the cost most teams underestimate. Traffic between availability zones in the same region also bills per gigabyte each way, which surprises people running chatty multi-zone systems. Managed services layer their own meters, like Lambda charging per request plus per gigabyte second of memory time, and RDS charging for instance hours plus storage plus backups. To cut compute cost, savings plans or reserved instances commit you to a 1 or 3 year usage level in exchange for discounts up to about 72% versus on-demand. AWS Cost Explorer and budgets let you attribute spend per service and tag, which is the only reliable way to find which meter is driving the bill. A small video site stores 100 gigabytes in S3 standard, costing roughly $2.30 a month for storage, which feels trivial. Then a video goes viral, and 1 million people stream a 50 megabytes clip. That is about 50 terabytes of egress to the internet. At roughly 9 cents per gigabyte after the free tier, that single month of data transfer out can run into the thousands of dollars, dwarfing the storage cost. Had the site put CloudFront in front, the egress would have been cheaper and the origin hit far less often, turning a frightening bill into a manageable one. The lesson is that the meter nobody watched, egress, was the entire story. The number one misconception is that cloud cost equals server cost. In reality, compute is often a minority of the bill once storage, requests, and especially egress are counted. Another mistake is thinking data transfer is uniformly free. Inbound is usually free, but outbound to the internet and cross-zone traffic both cost money. People also assume on-demand is the only price, when committing through savings plans or reserved instances can cut steady-state compute by more than half. Finally, many forget that provisioned but idle resources, like a running test instance or an unattached EBS volume, keep billing until you delete them. Cloud pricing is the sum of many independent meters billed by time, volume, count, and data movement. And just like that meter on the outgoing pipe, the one that most often blows up a bill is egress, the cost of data leaving AWS. So watch transfer and commit your steady compute to earn the big discounts. I publish one clear cloud breakdown every day so you stop guessing and start understanding. So subscribe to Tech with Joel. What is the most shocking line item you have ever seen on a cloud bill? Subscribe to Tech with Joel.